フルカウンター。
Alright lads, welcome back to the Ragnarok video, and there's something massive has dropped and something very interesting, and to be fair, I love it. It's I've been sat here for like an hour and a half now, just trying to go back and re-recording the video, trying to see things and what people are saying, and the good thing is we don't know what it is, which is so weird. So if you didn't know, I mean I'm sure you do, but there's a new announcement for something coming, and there is an English translation of it too, so it's coming on both sides, so JP and global, and a little bit scary because, well, we've just gotten, you know, festival, collab. If it is a collab, then it's gonna be quite massive, and something is quite annoying. But to be fair, if you are saving for Bond, you now have 2 extra more weeks, so you can't really complain too much. And yeah, let's just dive into what this thing could be, and I have some things to say. So the first one, is it a collab? I'm going to say no. I think it's kind of confirmed from my experience that it's not a collab. And the main reason why is because there's someone talking. And you're probably thinking, wait, what the hell? But every collab we've gotten so far, they have never hired the voice actors to do new lines. They've always been from the anime. Perfect example is the victory from Meliodas, literally taken straight out of the anime. I know people were commenting last time about the King of Fighters ones. They literally just reused everything from the game they already had. So if it was a collab, would it make too much sense to hire a voice actor? I mean, they could do it, don't get me, they could do it, but typically they don't, so I'm gonna say no, it's not a new collab. If it was, would it make too much sense? Because the first fat line we do here is we meet again, bearer of the dragon symbol. So it would have to be a rerun of the collab. So the only one we could see is you know, the slime collab. Once again, it wouldn't make sense because we'll probably know by the voice and the sword as well, because it is a sword. The other theory, I guess, could be the fact that there could have been a collab with 7DS, where 7DS was a collab in their game, and we're now getting it. I'll throw up some screenshots if I find any that, like, of games that had a collab with 7DS, but that's the only one I could think of. But once again, we don't recognize the voice actor or what the sword is, because there is a sword. Now, there's a big theory, my friend said this too, that this is the sword that Meliodas has, which is called the Vampire, which means it's the vampire arc, the part of the story, like the original part of the manga. And I'm gonna say no, it's not. Now, I thought so too, and it was my go-to thing. I was gonna make a video on it too. But looking into it a little bit more, firstly, the sword is completely different. Yes, it looks like a Meliodas sword, but it's not the same sword. And to be fair, the way the person speaks at the end, where he says, which is sword that can cut through the sin, that's implying whoever this person is speaking will be using that sword. It won't be Meliodas. And if you've read the manga of the vampire arc, you would know that sword is not in it. There's no correlation to that sword. It's not like we don't know what's a part of this manga. We've seen it. We've read it. And also as well, they mentioned at the end, Ragnarok, whatever that means. Once again, the killing vampires ain't Ragnarok. And also as well, we meet again. From what I remember, no one knows Meliodas apart from Gilda. So Gilda's not speaking here. It's a man speaking. So it can't be... I say it can't. It shouldn't be the vampire arc. Now, moving on to something I'm leaning towards, but very hesitant once again. So it's not even 100%. The new movie. We do have a Cursed by Light movie coming out literally in a month's time, and this could be a good way to build it up, but there are some things that are making me say no, it's not. But I'll go over why I think it could be. So the first one is the person speaking. Kind of sounds like Dahlia. This is the Fairy King, or past Fairy King.
What it
sounds like him. 2, if I have it on my screen, Meliodas says it can't be you guys. So once again, he knows. They both know each other. They have some correlation. So that line of "we meet again" makes a bit of sense. Once again, the movie's a month away, so you could argue that goes against and in its favor a little bit, because it's kind of around the corner, so they could build up the hype. And you could also say, wait, why are we getting it now? It's going to support a movie, which it could. Very well could. But also the sword. What is this sword? Once again, you don't see Dahlia using it, so it doesn't make too much sense again. But we haven't seen the movie, so we don't know. I guess Dubs is the other side character, or I guess main villain as well, with Dahlia. And he is, from what it's translated to, a master of craftsmanship for the giants, I think. So, or just he's a master of craftsmanship, right? So he can craft stuff. So if someone's going to make a sword to cut through the sin, it's going to be him. Now, once again, I'm not leaning towards this, but this is the only thing I can think of right now that makes a little bit more sense compared to everything that I've heard so far. Because 3 things lined up. 1, Dubs can create the sword. 2, they know Meliodas. And 3 is around the corner. And I guess 4 as well is that they kind of sound similar. I've checked online, people saying it is Dahlia's voice actor, but it isn't. And then I guess 5 as well, because another point I just remembered, is the fact that the whole point of the story is these 2 characters evaded the demo mode and took over it and basically, like, almost you could say destroy it, which kind of goes towards the meaning of Ragnarok, because if you don't know, it is the final destruction of the world. That's what Ragnarok means. So if they're taking over, you know, I guess the world of the demon world, you could argue there's some correlation to Ragnarok. So far, from what I've gathered, the only thing that kind of connects to the sword, the voice actor, the meaning behind what he says, and the Ragnarok meaning, it kind of goes towards the film. But that's just me stretching it. I could be stretching it. I know a lot of people are saying the same thing, so who knows. But the vampire arc just doesn't make sense. They don't meet again. The sword doesn't make sense. The Ragnarok doesn't make sense. If it was another collab, how would that make sense towards Ragnarok? And typically, I don't know. It doesn't. I don't really know too much, but that's the whole. I guess the gas part about this thing. We just don't know, so it's kind of exciting a bit because we haven't been spoiled or leaked. Because every time something comes out, we just know what it is. So we're kind of gas for it. Tonight we should get the day 3 or day 2, so there will be another like teaser towards it. And something I want to point out as well is just in case someone's watching, they know what it is. During the text, you can see it on screen now. There's like a little pattern behind the text. So I actually went to Photoshop and like kind of colored it in from what I could see. And this is what I got. Don't really know what it means, but it's something I just want to point out. Kind of looks a little bit alien. So, I don't know. Fairy pattern? I don't know. And the kind of disprove what I was saying, to play devil advocate a bit, is the fact that we get in the story now, or like if it was, because like the last movie collab we got was the last movie, and it plays for the whole story mode. We can't get that here. If it is the movie, we just can't get it because the movie's not out yet. They're not going to ruin the movie. They could do like the first few minutes, like just like a first mission. But the way this is going down, this looks massive. This ain't a banner because it just wouldn't make sense. If anything, they'll probably wait for the movie to come out because there's no, it can't. See, so I mean, it's not 100% either for even this movie, so who knows what it is. To be fair, a little bit disappointing if it's just some next random show that no one even knows, because it's definitely not an anime, because they would have realized it. I mean, who knows? It could be something completely random, like just something they just want to make up for a new story. Who knows what they want to do? I guess the last bit of details is the fact that people are saying it's Shin's voice actor. Is not. We do have a new leak that, well, I guess not new, but an old leak that we are getting the disaster battle kind of soon. So they could just make a new disaster character to like do more damage towards Sins, because wherever the character is, he's going to do more damage towards Sins. And once again, the sword, again, Dahlia wouldn't use it, neither would Dubs really, because it just, I don't know, who knows what it is, but that is kind of what my stance is right now. So let me know what you lot think. That's kind of the whole point of the video. And yeah, I'll be responding to you lot, seeing what you lot think, and stay tuned for, I guess, tomorrow where we see what the new teaser is. So it's kind of exciting a bit. But yeah, boys, yeah, that is it. Any new more information, I'll definitely make a video on it. But yeah, thank you for watching, and peace. とにかくまずこの封じられた魔力を元に戻さんとな。